Welcome back to Math Capsule by HannahE. We're going to continue our lessons on integers today. This is the second lesson in the series. It's on subtracting positive and negative numbers. Now, in my opinion, subtraction is the most difficult part of learning how to do positive and negative numbers. If you can learn subtracting, adding is pretty easy. Multiplying and dividing is pretty easy. Promise. So pay very, very close attention to the details as we proceed through the lesson on subtraction because it can get a little complicated, okay? It's not impossible, just have to pay close attention so that you follow along with all of the little idiosyncrasies of subtracting the different ones, okay? So we're going to start with an example with two positive numbers, okay? So let's say we have a traditional subtraction problem. So we're going to say 8 minus 5. And most of you, if you've been in grade school, know that answer is a positive 3. But let's look at it on the number line so we can see what's happening. Okay. So the first number always gets us in position, okay? So the first number is a positive 8. Remember, if it does not have a negative sign, it is considered a positive. Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you? You need a hug?
I want Mercy.
She's coming. She's at school. She's coming soon. Excuse my 3-year-old. Okay, so 8 is our starting point. Now, this is no longer subtraction. On the last lesson, we talked about how this minus sign actually means negative 5. So what that's telling me to do is to go in the negative direction. Some teachers even are so strong about this that they even teach their students to rewrite these problems as 8 plus a negative 5, so it turns it into an addition problem, and the students can see it more easily. I do not mind which way you do it, as long as you can understand the concept so it works for you. So anyway, you look at this and you say, here's a negative 5, so then you go back in the negative direction 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which jumps me off at positive 3. Now if we were adding this, again, we would start at the 8. This plus tells us to keep moving. We're going negative 5. We're going in the left to the left, negative 5, and so we'll end up with a positive 3. Okay? Now, I want to show you something. I'm going to adjust my board and then I'm going to explain. I'm going to adjust my camera, and then I'm going to explain how this works because there's a little trick in here. So let's say you have, as example 2, step off my screen a little so you can see better. And let's say we have 7 minus 12. Okay, so we're going to draw this number line for this, and maybe I might have to step on camera just to get this number line in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Negative. Just bear with me. I'm probably blocking your view. I'm just drawing a number line here with negative, with 10 in each direction. Okay? All right. I'm going to pull this in a little so we can see. All right. All right. So, we have a positive 7 is our starting place, correct? That's where we're going to start. What you doing, little one? Here, Mommy wants it back to you. Here, go that way. I'm going to will it to you. Whee! All right. So I have a positive 7 as my starting place. And we're going to do what? We need to move 12 in the negative direction. So, let's make our hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which hops us off at the -5. So, if we were to rewrite this as an addition problem, it would be +7 plus a -12, which if you remember, you subtract the two numbers if they're different, and then take the sign of the bigger, which will give us a -5. Okay? Now, what I want to point out to you, go sweetheart. If you have to go, go. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so what I want to point out to you is that if you notice from the beginning problem, let's see if I can get both problems in the screen. Ooh. Let's see, I have to make a slight adjustment here. Okay, there we go. All right, so if you notice that the first time we worked this, we ended up with a positive answer. And the next time we worked it, we ended up with a negative answer. Okay? Why is that? So, when we are subtracting integers, the answer is either going to be positive or negative depending on the size of the numbers you're dealing with. So, for example, in this one, our positive number was bigger than our -5. So our answer is a positive number. And this one, our negative value.
I'm seem like I need some medicine.
Okay, come on. Go find Big Sister and she'll help you.
Please.
What's the matter?
I want you to give me my medicine.
Okay, come on.
No, it's right there.
Oh.
Let's go get it and pack it. Let me show you where things. There's one right there. And my next. Now let's go and take that's
Hey, come here.
well.
Come to Mama. Don't knock over my screen. Come here. You can either sit quietly or you can watch your movie. Which one do you want to do?
I want to draw.
Are you going to sit quietly or are you going to go watch your movie?
Draw. I want to draw.
Drawing is not an option right now. Are you going to sit quietly? You choose or Mommy's going to choose for you.
Choose.
You're going to sit quietly or you're going to go watch your movie?
What kind of movie?
Okay, go watch your movie. Thank
I
you.
want to watch Pencil Machine.
I think that's an awesome choice.
Ooh, come on, baby. Let's watch Pencil Machine.
Excuse my 3-year-old. She is an active one. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. So if you notice, for the first problem, the 8 was the larger number, okay? So 8 was the larger number, and so the sign of the answer is the sign of the bigger number.